know your drill. If you know this is my weakness, just work on it. I knew time never gonna be an issue for me. For me, knowledge was the main issue. I didn't have the knowledge, which I told you, and we focus on that.
Anand just cleared PMP like 10 minutes ago. Ali have cleared PMP with above target. Congratulations, Raheel, on clearing your PMP in first attempt. You cleared PMP exam with 5 above target. The best thing that anyone can do. 5 above target. Ladies and gentlemen, second student in 3 days, 5 above target.
I didn't expect it that I will get this result. I thought that I will be like target or like above target.
Thanks to you. Without your dedication and guidance, it was impossible for me.
Yeah, it is clear to you. Above target, above target, above target, above target. Do I have to read film book? Do I have said no, no? Like whenever he heard like this guy have read 5 times film book so many times, he always get confused and come back to me. I kept on saying him, you are going to clear, just read 1 time, and that's what he did.
So here we are. As you know, Ishta cleared her PMP yesterday, and today we would like to know her how she did it. Cleared PMP with all above target. And like most of the students, she was more than skeptical while going to the exam. I know we talked while she was standing outside the center and even before a little bit, she was like that, I'm gonna fail. And if I pass or fail, I'm done. I am not going to take any second or third attempt. I said, okay, okay, you are going to go and you are going to get all above target. And she started like we had a very good bond. She has become a very good friend of mine. She started like more of a yelling. I don't want to get all above target. What I want, I just want to pass the exam. And she went there with open mind, and she cleared the exam with all above target, the maximum thing you can do in PMP. People above target, process above target, business environment above target. But she hasn't done it without effort. We have been working very, very hard. I'll get back to it now. I will ask Ishta to share her journey in her own wording. So Ishta, first of all, congratulations from the entire PMP community, and please share your PMP journey.
Thank you. So I have done my application on 2018 because that time I was planning to do it. But of course, I didn't need this one for my job. I just did the application, never studied, never did anything. So 1 year expired, then it's gone. So I think on last year, because I work in a bank and the pandemic's been really hectic for us, and I'm also in the retail banking. So every day you have to come to the branch. Then I decided, no, this is the time again. I want to switch my field. So I think from last year November, I'm thinking I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So on January, I submitted my application again, same application. I just had to get another 1 year. So I think my application got approved on January 17, and then I waited a week. I booked my exam on January 24th. That day, I booked my exam for that May 25th. So I wanted to give myself, I think, 4 months to see, because last time what I didn't book the exam and I didn't study. So I knew that's not going to work for me. So I have to have a timeline to do it. So I have studied by myself from February and March, a little bit on and off with work and everything. Then I bought Pepcast. I bought Pepcast, I think, end of March, and I started doing the exam like 10, something like that. And I see I got only 4, right, 5. And also I see I have so much knowledge gap and I cannot do it because lots of the question was agile. Then one day watching the videos, then one of the videos I found for Amir, and I think I messaged him on April 7th saying that you are my last hope, that you can help me. And he goes, no, you have to study hard. But I told him, I'm kind of student, I have to study a lot. It's not like that, I mean, I can study a lot, but it's not like that I'm going to study less and I'm going to get it. Then I think we started our class on April 11, something like that. So we started with some same thing, Pepcast exam. So he wanted to see that how I do the question solve thing. And again, I get only 4 rights out of 10. So it was keep going on for almost 2 3 days. Then we started from Agile. He gave me all this lesson. Then we started giving exam only on Agile. Keep doing it this way. Then I think within a but one thing is that on first day Amir said you don't need after a week he said you don't need for whole 2 months we can bring our exam upfront, but we didn't have any date to do it because I wanted to give my exam to the center. I know my drill, I cannot do it from home. Then that's all. I think I keep doing what he told me. Some days I didn't do it, listen to him. Some day I got mad at him. I said I'm going to block you today for a week. But it happened. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, Ishta, thank you very much. I just want to add few things for the people perspective. Ishta was having her fast and all those things in the Ramadan means. And so I was working even on Eid days and I had batch on Eid. So what she did, she actually messaged me on one day before Eid or maybe on Eid. So
No,
now,
because your time, my Eid was before, right? And you're texting me on the day before, oh, you're gonna do it this whole mock test tomorrow. I said, no, I'm not doing it.
so basically she said, I'm gonna block you. I'm not sure she did or not. So
You did, no, I didn't. But you said I have 5 numbers, so there's no point.
So, the thing is that she kept on working, and as a result, now she is a certified PM. So, Ishta, I would like to know a few things. First of all,
Yeah.
one thing is for sure that the luck plays a great role. I used to say luck, Lady Luck. You need to pray to Lady Luck. You need to pray to Allah, Bhagwan, God, Guru, whatever you believe. Your belief is yours, so you need to pray to that in addition to everything else. So, so Ishta, when you went into the exam, so can you share that journey? How long was the exam? How many breaks you took? And how would you rate the difficulty level of exam with other mocks as well as Pepcast? Because we also did my mocks. We also did Pepcast. So how would you rate that?
We did lots of exam, I would say. We did cover pretty much all of the author, right? But I haven't done full mock for everybody. So we did 4 of the pepcast for sure. So if you say that what is the exam structure, I would say even if you just follow pepcast, that's it. You don't have to follow anybody else. It's exactly the way they have it structured that way. None of my questions was less than 3 to 4 lines. Only last part I felt that my last 60 question was 5 lines. Somehow it got keep bigger the lines, and that point of time I have to keep a couple of question time. I have to read the question twice because I didn't get it. There's too much and I'm lost. But I'm a quick reader, so it was not that tough for me. But I find the language is easier for me from that pepcast. That was one.
Okay, okay.
But it's exactly same the way they ask you question. It was like that. For me, I felt that most of the question, not most, I would say 50% question, I was able to eliminate two options right away. It's like a stupid option is saying we're gonna replace the team member, which we never gonna do it. It's just a common sense. At work, we don't never just fire somebody. Another one was on lots of question. I got that somebody's asking for any changes, and you're gonna say no. So that two option I have eliminated. But I find the two option, the closest one, it was really close. Anything can happen, like is best and better. I feel like both of the options were so close, so you have to just, I don't know, I went into the luck. Let's do it. Let's keep going on. So
Okay, one thing I would like to add before you are giving that thing. Before one thing that Ishta had a every student have their own challenges. So with Ishta, the thing was that she is a very fast reader. So she was completing her entire PMP exam when we started in 1 hour, 1 hour 30 minutes. And my entire focus was to make her sit for 3 and 3.5 hours. We did that. We did that. We reached nearly 3 hours. But Ishta, you shared but how much time you took for the real exam?
I was done 15 minutes before.
15 minutes before. So she was done 15 minutes before. Another thing that is not available in the prepcast, although they have started saying it as a disclaimer, is that you have two breaks. So you took two breaks.
I took 2 breaks. First time when I was on my desk, I saw I'm done 9 minutes. Second time I went back within 5 minutes because first time I didn't realize they're gonna check you again because when you're going out, they're checking you again. They're checking your glasses, they're checking your mask, like everything, and somebody has to go with you and log in. So that logging part, everything I saw my clock is running first time 9 minutes, 9 minutes. Then I'm in. Next time I didn't need that time, so I just went, drink water, came back within 5 minutes.
Okay. Ishta, one very important thing, how basically, when you reach 60 question, so after you put the next thing, the computer asks you, do you want to take a break? What is the format?
They ask, so when you're done 60 question first time, which I was done within 62 minutes, I guess, then they ask you, do you want to review your flag question?
The exam asked it. The exam,
Yes,
the software asks you, do you want to review a flag question? Okay.
yes. So I do. So I did. I had, I think, 6 to 8. So when I did flag because I knew my time, I have time. And if I don't have time, I'll pass. But I'm not going to spend more than 75. That was my plan. So I had time to review, and even I think I changed 3 to 4 questions. I changed the answer because again, best and better. I just went for that. But I never missed any question. I keep marking it. If, for example, I don't get any time. So I review that. Once you review, so I think you have to take the flag off. Then it say you're done, click it. I don't know about that part, but I did flag it off anyway.
If you turn the flag on, the flag option got off, like you don't need to review that. But even if you turn the flag off or on, it's remain the same. Okay. So once you done that,
Then they say, do you want to take a break? Do you want to submit it? And you cannot go back. That's the message, right? If you're submitting, you cannot go back anymore. And do you want to take a break after the second screen? And I said yes, and then 10 minutes start.
okay, good. So how much time you get for the complete exam? You got 2 hours 230 minutes.
Yes.
230 minutes and 10 breaks were separate. Okay. So let's talk about a little bit about exam. Now three parts, part A, part B, part C. Which of the part was more difficult?
For me, all were same.
All were same. And now talking about the exam, there were no critical path questions.
No critical path question, no math. But there are some question for me. It was like lots of math term, like numbers, all the stuff. You feel like you have to do some calculation. But when you go to the option, nothing. But CPI, SPI, everything was there. So you just have to know is less than one, more than one. That's all.
Knowing less than one, more than one, that was good thing. Okay, now let's come to the
Positive, negative. I got CP, SCP, something positive or negative. There's a drag and drop for me. SPI, CPI. Those type of questions.
Okay, so Nidya, if you have any question, please you can write down in the chat box. Anyone, if you have any question, please write down the chat box. I will ask her. Okay, now talking about the agile percentage, although you have given me a brief description, how much agile, how much all those things. So can you share again how much of the exam was agile?
I would say 50. I said before 60. No, it was 50. For me, 30% was hybrid. I got lots of hybrid question. We are doing predictive. We're gonna go agile. Couple of question was like that. We are following agile, but the vendor follow predictive. So I would say 30% hybrid and 20% predictive. And I find my 20% was hardest, predictive one.
Yeah, and you were also praying that I pray all 100% come agile. And this was a funny thing. she got like 70% in agile and 69% in the predictive, and she was like praying all come. Said it's 1%. She said no, I just feel more difficult in predictive. Okay, that's okay. So talking about further moving, so agile, how the questions were structured? Were they asking about values, about principle, about Scrum, sprint review, retrospective? Because I got a feedback from Jen, I remember in March, there were a lot of questions regarding retrospective. So what was your case, Ishta?
There is no directly question from that, oh, what is the principle, what is the thing. It's all what is called all situation. What I think, you just need the knowledge. There should not be any knowledge gap, that's all.
And our videos of agile are enough for that knowledge.
Absolutely.
That, okay, that's a good thing to know.
All your videos, even I check all, even last day till last day, our journey, everything. I think all covers all the parts.
Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so regarding hybrid thing, now hybrid is becoming a very important thing for me. I'm thinking to make a question also, my personal questions on it. And you know, my questions are more harder than Prepcast or exam. Like,
That's why I don't.
so no, we have Umair. Umair actually did only my questions, and he cleared with. He's like, do share Ishta your detailed result. You will get a report in a day or two. I would like to say who is the student who is on the above. So still now Umair holds that holy grail to be having the highest score in PMP. Maybe you are the second student. I'm 100. I am guessing you can get maximum score. Okay. So moving on. Hybrid questions. So hybrid questions are more like we are moving from predictive to agile and agile to predictive, right? These were the.
Right.
So how you prepared while preparing for the exam? How you mentally prepared for hybrid questions?
I think Pepcast has those kind of question, couple of, right? It's not too less, not too many. Just you have to know that if there's change coming, I got lots of questions on changes. Changes are coming, what's it gonna do? Do you wanna go to the board, or you have to do something by yourself, something like that. I just feel like you have to be open for the changes that, okay, we're gonna do it, or we're gonna find a way to do it, talk to somebody or something like that.
Okay.
But only 3 type of question I saw like 80%. One will be like the line. What will the project manager do at fast? What will he do next? So couple of questions I have to go back, because in my mind, when I went back to the next one, I realized that I did the wrong thing, because I didn't realize the next word or at fast. When you're saying at fast, you're gonna, sometime I find you have to go back to your review your document first. And when you're saying that project management is doing what next, I see you have to take an action. What are you gonna do? It's not like you're gonna just review the document.
Well done. So when you have to go, what he should have done. So this means you need to review documents, what he should know. So some kind of action verb. Well done. Now this is a good.
And I find that is they are tricking you out on that one, because couple of questions they're saying fast, 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 and suddenly one of coming up, what's project management gonna do next? And I am in my fast mode. I'm keep doing it as fast, but I came back and I realized that next 2-3 questions they're saying next. And also document part was there. If you just say, I'm going to review the document, that's going to be not better option, but not the best one.
Okay. So better and best is always there. Okay. So
always there. Two options, very confusing.
Very confusing. It has to be. You see the PMP exam, the 2021 PMP exam, I really love it, because as you have just given the exam, you know that it's all situational. You don't need to memorize anything, right? 100%
right.
situational.
100%, but I find you need to study anyway, because you cannot have any knowledge gap so much.
Okay.
Like for me, they touch every section. I cannot say, oh, for me, stakeholder was more or communication was more. For me, I think integration, I didn't see anything, but I see everything there.
Okay, so let's talk about this area now. So we are getting this feedback, stakeholder is the most important domain, is it?
I mean, kinda. You have to, if something change is coming, you have to consider sponsor, stakeholder, what they're gonna do, what they're thinking. That way.
Okay.
I saw risk, I saw procurement, I saw scope a lot. Every other question they're saying something comes changing on scope.
So
Like
scope,
every other question.
scope was more of predictive or agile?
I think 20% predictive is like mostly covered with scope, and on agile too. But on agile, when they're saying there's change coming on scope, you consider it. So it's easy to understand that we're gonna consider or we're gonna take some action. But predictive, sometimes you cannot do anything. You just have to inform somebody or something you have to do.
You have to put it in the change control board if there's a scope thing or scope. Okay, that's a good thing to know that now they're also touching other domains in addition to stakeholder communication, resource, risk is being touched, procurement is being touched, all those things are being touched. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so while you were giving exam, have to wear a mask all the time?
No, whole center, we are only 2 people writing exam.
Okay, because I was getting the feedback from few students, even in India and also in Canada, US, that you have to wear the mask. So, Christine, that's a good thing for you because Christine just put a comment there. She's also from Canada. Maybe, Christine, you can talk to Ishta. She's very helpful and sometimes more scary than PMP exam, but she's a good person. She can help you in the exam. Okay, so guys, if you want to ask any question, so you can ask questions and we can put it. Otherwise, then I'm gonna ask the final advice.
So before call started, you guys were discussing about the accuracy or the percentage of correct practice question, 70% or 80%. Some debate was going on. I'm not aware about it. So question related to that. What was your accuracy in practice question? How many percentage you were getting it? Because
Very bad.
okay.
Because I know my drill. So when I was doing any exam, because I'm doing it, just I have to do it, and others I will be like mad at me. So he needs the answer because I cannot focus when I'm at home. Like I did my like for example 180 question all together because I know I cannot focus. That's me. I am checking my phones. I'm doing something else, but I make sure that I know that what is the knowledge they're asking or something like that. But I think I never got 70% one prepcast. I always got 75 or 72 some exam outside of prepcast, but it's only like agile or some specific topics, small exam. Because my main problem is I knew the drill. That's why I never wanted to do it at home, and we talk about it. Because once I wanted to change my exam, all day in Canada I had from home. There is nothing I have to go to the. I can go to the center, but I never wanted to do that because I know I cannot do it. So I think my result doesn't reflect what I knew and how much I worked for it because I never focused fully.
Okay.
And I always got 67, 69. Even I was telling the day before, like I'm walking in a very thin line because I feel like everybody got 80%, 90% who passed or something happened, but I'm walking in a thin line. I either pass or I just fell for a little bit.
So, Snigdha, just to answer your question, she got in Prepcast 1/8 of my 65%. She did the exam in 3 hours 28 minutes. But the thing is that I know where she was standing. I know what were because we were talking a lot. We were like going daily, we were having conversation, and I know how she's doing. But the thing was only she was lacking her focus continuously. Even during the mock, she was sending me her gifs. Okay, some like she was not focusing the way she explained, but I know when I asked her questions, explaining the flow, she understand it very well. And so the thing is that it all depends on the environment. Generally speaking, you must, according to me, you must have 75, greater than 75% in all the mocks, depending which mocks you are doing. In Prepcast, if you have more than 75%, you are good to go. In my mocks, if you can get above 65%, 68%, you are good to go. Depending on the mock which I am sharing you. In some mocks, for example, my agile mock, what I say, who will be answer? Savi, what do I say in my agile mock? Sabi,
म्यूट पे हो तो म्यूट पे हो.
Sabi, what do I say?
I,
Yeah.
Sir, I just remember that it's tough, and I was just shattered doing that exam
So what do I say?
because I never
How much you get? It's good
Six-
thing.
around 60,
Okay.
around 60.
So how much you got in that mock?
I got 59.
And how
I
much
guess,
you
yeah.
got in the previous mock?
In the previous mock, the mock I did was around 85, 85. Yeah.
This is the thing. Like it depends from the mock to mock, which mocks you are doing, but your preparation level has to be at that standard. I knew her preparation level was at that standard. Yesterday, Rachel cleared the exam. Anyone knows what were her percentage? I did share with someone.
No, actually.
She has never got more than 60% in any mock that was more than 30 questions. But I knew she can give the exam. And we had also a deadline with her. She have very important business meetings for the next 20 to 25 days. And she was unable to study anything. So we took a calculated risk and we cleared the exam. Okay, so that's very important, Snigdha. But again, it depends on how much knowledge you know. For example, Umair is with us. I still remember Umair keep sending me messages, sir. My daughter knows what is risk. Now my daughter knows what is risk because I'm always watching, and he is basically more of a audio learner. So again, it all depends how you learn. Okay. Anyone else has any question regarding?
I have one more question.
Go ahead.
So when you were giving exam in the center, was there any noise and did you prepare yourself for that? So usually I have given some of the exam in the center, not the PMP, but other like uh, GRE and all those. And
So
there
they
are
have the headphone, right? You can use it,
Mhm.
knowledge cancellation or something. So I use that one pretty much whole time. But my center was only two people we are in. But I find that those was hurting my ear. So whenever I feel like I keep it off and I keep it on. But yes, you can use those.
Okay, Snidhya, I have like given a lot of exams in the centers of PMI and in different center in different countries, like PMP here, RMP somewhere, SP somewhere else. Uh, Normally, the centers don't have much noise. They have the same noise
No.
as I have my room. Right now, it's the same thing. The same thing. So normally this much sound you don't need headphone. I don't. They give you headphone and those AirPod or something like that. Don't use it. If you haven't used it, don't use it. Okay. Okay. Anyone else has any?
Earmuffs.
But
Yeah, earmuffs. Earmuffs. Yes. Thank you.
Mhm.
But earmuffs, Umair, more of earmuff. In HSC we have big earmuffs. So sometimes they also provide you the same one. Anyone else has any question?
But I feel I used it and it helped me. So
It's okay for you. Like,
thank you.
as a
And
general,
congratulations.
anyone else has any question?
Mhm.
Okay. Yes.
Sir, if you allow me to ask something.
Go ahead.
Actually, we are here who passed the examination. Imran is here, and today one more PMP aspirant is here.
None is not.
Actually, I want to ask that what he was here. Okay, the people who pass their PMP, how they can maintain their knowledge. I mean, what I feel that when you are away from the study, so you are unable to maintain your knowledge as standard because everybody knows when you are away from the study, you cannot even sometimes answers the questions. So I did my best, what I can do in my past. I want to do in such detail, but how we can maintain our knowledge and practices, although we are trying to implement them in our professional life as well.
Okay.
So I will request to you to make some program or suggestion for us as well.
I'll tell you what to do. What to do. Now I can do that same thing for it. So the thing is that the first thing I would suggest everyone to join your local PMI chapter. local PMI chapter. If you are in Saudi Arabia, Ishta, do join your local chapters, join your local chapters and attend their local events. This COVID is getting over soon. Slowly, it's getting over. It will get over, hopefully. And whenever it get over, if even if whatever we have, you have local event online. So join those events. Secondly, join all of you who are PMI members. So as long as you are PMI members, please go and watch at least one recorded webinar on projectmanagement.com. It will have two benefits. First of all, you can have any topic. There are hundreds and thousands of webinar there. You can watch your specific topic, and secondly, automatically your PDUs get updated. If you watch it from projectmanagement.com, you need 60 PDUs to maintain it. So automatically your PDUs goes there, and you can, if you watch 60 hours of webinar, your 3 years, that's it. You get all the PDUs required. You don't need to pay anyone. You don't need to do anything else. Second, and if you have time, what I suggest, mentor at least one person. Mentor at least one person. We have a community of more than 100, 150. I don't know what are the number of the group. So we have those, and who is doing PMP. So ask 2, 3 students. I have time. I can just review. Now you know how you did it, and I would even say that Ishta, Anas, Umair, these people, they know more than me right now, because I did my exam like half a decade, even before half a decade. You give your exam now, so you can maybe give more insight about the real exam. So mentor at least one student, whoever can. Okay, for example, I have personally asked you, Imran, Inqilab, to mentor people, and then also I asked Saubi once he cleared, he mentor other people. I asked the people, especially for females in our group, I will request them mentor other females, because sometimes females they can answer better thing to themselves, and they can explain them better. I have found it in this way, so you can do that. I hope, Umair, you got the answer. Yes, what is your question? Answer. What is your question?
Yeah, you asked me. Okay. Good evening. How are you? How are you? My question about, is there a conflict in the screen of the exam? Did you have icon in the middle of the exam that interrupt you and confuse your reading? I faced this problem during the exam. Did she face this problem?
No, I didn't have something like that.
Okay.
No.
I faced this problem in my exam. Multiple time it confused me.
Oh no, I didn't have something like that. No, on the top only there's a 3 option. You can mark it. You can mark the items. You can eliminate the items and calculator, which I never used. And the right side, it was if you want to mark the question, and so you can come back and review. I only that option and nothing else I used at all.
Yeah, I saw this toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank
Another
you.
question for Mr. Amir. This what's the webinar? Where I can found the webinar?
I will share the link to you personally.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Me as well, please.
Okay, sure. Just message me. I'll share you whoever wants. I'm 100% sure Ishta does not want. Okay, so Ishta, you know.
I already know where to find it. I found it yesterday.
Okay, good thing. So Ishta, you have watched a lot of journey. So in 1 minute, share your final advice to all future PMP aspirant, what they should do to get their PMP.
Simple. Know your drill. If you know this is my weakness, just work on it. I knew time never gonna be an issue for me. For me, knowledge was the main issue. I didn't have the knowledge, which I told you, and we focus on that. Second thing, like as we said 100 times, that you will never feel ready. You just have to go for it and see how it works. Even when I was writing full exam, I'm 179 question. When I'm going to submit it, I was thinking, if I fail today, what will be my takeout from this? Nothing, because you cannot tell if you're passing or not. You just keep doing it. Just focus on your knowledge, because none of the question I got that I have done it before. Even if you know the question, okay, what is this? The options are so different what we do at home. So just focus on your knowledge, and you will never know when to write it. Just go for it.
Thank you, Ishta. That was very beautiful. Just one final thought from my side. PMP exam, as you said, you never know. And Umair is a big follower of that. He was actually smiling when you said that you never know when you are ready. You have to keep moving. And even if you fail, you have to keep moving. My friends, whoever watched this video, that's a final takeaway for you in life. Simon Sinek says that there are finite things and there are infinite things. Don't mix two things. The things like football, cricket, they have 50 hours or 2, 3 hours. But your life, as long as you live, it is an infinite. Maybe you failed sometime, maybe you passed sometime. But even if you passed, even if you fail, this does not mean the life ends there. You need to set another target for you. Another target for you. Most of the time, when you reach your goal, you reach your target, you say that, oh, that's it. It has happened to me hundreds of times. I am a person who really set goals for last 1 decade. And when I reach the goal, I think that's it. So the next step for everyone who have done PMP, set another goal. It can be learning a new language. It can be maybe uh, getting something, a new certification, a new technology, whatever works for you, a new job maybe, whatever works for you, do that. And if you keep on doing that, at the end of the day, you will be happy. And that's all what life is all about. When you sleep, are you happy or not? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ishta, for your time. Especially you gave us your lunch time. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Anas. Thank you, everyone joining. See you next time. Bye-bye.
No, thank you.